praise to Yahweh, Bahoshem, Yahweh Shai, Bahoshem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, BKA GMS, aka Prophets of Doom. Alright, this is where I have learned this truth, and this is where I am still learning this truth. And also Shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel, Lord willing, I'm of that number. Alright, this video we're going to go back into prophecy that we find here in Revelation chapter 13 verses 16 and 17. Alright. Same information. Alright. Just another rehashing of it. Alright, going over these things over and over again, ad nauseum. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that description of ad nauseum again. Alright, here it is.
Ad nauseum.
Alright, it says referring to something that has been done or repeated so often that it has become annoying or tiresome. Not that we get tired of saying this thing. Alright, we actually get tired of people not listening, although the Lord said that people wouldn't listen. Alright, we are still human and we get tired of these things. Alright, we really do. There's probably even things, alright, speaking of myself, there's probably things that I haven't learned yet, to where if I have a question, alright, the elders and everything can tell by the sincerity of someone. So yeah, we'll put it that way. Alright, so if you can tell the sincerity of a person, alright, usually when you ask a sincere question, you are listening for an answer. Alright, you're not just asking the question just for the sake of asking or any other reason. You're asking because it is a sincere thing that you want to know. Alright, so in that aspect, no, we don't get annoyed or tired of speaking these things. Alright, these are the words of the Lord. No matter how many times we go over them, alright, we don't mind speaking the words of the Lord. Alright, it is these people who don't come in sincerity. Alright, who don't approach this thing with sincerity. Alright, they'd rather just ask for other reasons. Okay. So, again, ad nauseum, referring to something that has been done or repeated so often that it has become annoying or tiresome. Alright, let me look. Let's do a drop-down question. Let's see. What is another word for ad nauseum? It says some rough synonyms of ad nauseum are at great length. Okay, another one is excessively. Another one is long-windedly. Another one is repetitively. Okay, in which all of the words of the Lord we have to go through repetitively. All right, at great length. All right, excessively and long-windedly, to give edification. Okay, so what does this mean then? All right, you have to be able to have balance in these things. So yes, for someone that's sincere, we don't mind going into these things at great length, excessively, all right, long-windedly or repetitively. It is those whom aren't sincere where it can become annoying or tiresome. All right, so I just wanted to touch on that really quick. So again, Revelation 13 and 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. The mark, the name, and the number are three things that work together, all right, to forward a system. All right. As a matter of fact, the beast system that is being forwarded on this earth. All right. But the Lord's going to come put a stop to that. So, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark is the beginning of verse 17. And that is something that's coming. All right. That is a part of that causeth all. This thing is going to be made mandatory. And 17, all right, points to that fact, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Let me see what I'll just read that first part in NLT. Revelation 13 and 17. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark. All right, what's the NIV? Let's see. The NIV, Revelation 13 and 17, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark. That's what it's pointing to, this thing being made mandatory. All right, and it being made mandatory is how it's going to cause all. All right. Now, in order to be able to cause all, you would have, and that's all. All right, all. And it gave you the if you're confused about all, in verse 16 it says both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You can take that as nations or individuals. Okay, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All right, that is that all. Now, in order to cause all, you would have to have some type of authority or power, right? So let's go to Job 9 and 24. It reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? All right, so the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's who would do such a thing. All right, this is who the Lord is warning us of. Or, yeah, he warns of this man. He warns us of this man's actions. Now, although we not know every single step that this man may take, we know that this prophecy is going to come to pass. There's no question in that. All right, so we as watchmen point out things that could be snares and traps, and we also point out this prophecy and the meaning of it, and the fact that it is going to come to pass. It is close. If you don't know that this is close, if you haven't been paying attention, if you have your head under a rock or in a hole, all right, you won't know this. Okay, or if the Lord blocks you, all right, these things are all around us. All right, that was a figurative thing. If your head is under, if your head is in a hole, or under, if you live under a rock, all right. But if we're speaking actually, this thing is in everyone's face. All right. So if you don't see it, the Lord is blocking you. That's a fearful place to be. All right, that's a fearful place to be, but you have earned that spot. All right, and you receiving this mark is nothing but it's a culmination of you already following this wicked man, being his. Let's see what that word culmination is really quick. Did I have that up already? No. All right, yeah, let's look for this word culmination. All right, because in actuality, you're already his. All right, I mean, for the ones who don't pass the test, for the ones who aren't of the Lord's, you are of this man's. All right, definition of culmination. All right, so listen up to this.
Culmination.
It says the highest or climactic point of something, especially as attained after a long time. Okay, so after a long time of, and we're not speaking of just this lifetime. All right, we've always been speaking about reincarnation on this channel. It is biblical. All right, it is real. All right, so after a long time, which is this life, the previous life, all right, all of your walk as that spirit that you are, as the spirit that you are, okay, a culmination is about to happen now. Now, is it going to be something attained from the Lord as an award for good, or something obtained from the Lord as in a reward for evil? Okay, again, culmination, the highest or climactic point of something, especially as attained after a long time. And this mark, all right, we'll get into exactly what it is, but this mark is also a form of a badge, all right, a badge of servitude to the Antichrist, or to the ones that are against the Messiah. All right, this is a badge that this man is giving you. All right, it's a medal. You can probably look at it as a medal. You know how you pin medals on soldiers for certain accomplishments? All right, that's this man giving you a badge. Here, you've accomplished becoming my servant. All right. Well, let's see. Let me read that again. Culmination, the highest or climactic point of something. What is this word, climactic?
Climactic.
It says of an action, event, or scene. It says exciting or thrilling, and acting as climax to a series of events. Similar words: final, culminating, ending, finishing, closing, concluding, ultimate. So ultimately, if you have been walking against the Lord, all right, ultimately your climax, all right, your ending, your finishing, your final thing on this earth will be receiving this badge, all right, before the destruction comes. Okay, because you have been taken by this man. A good clue for if you are going to take this thing. It doesn't matter what you say you're going to do or not to do, because everything is controlled by the Lord, right? So a good clue is how you are walking towards this truth, how you are walking towards the Lord. How do you feel about hearing about the Lord? Do you seek for the Lord? Do you apply yourself? All right, are you walking a diligent walk toward the Lord? All right, or do you just like to say that you have faith? Do you just like to say that the Lord is all love and that you love the Lord, but no action behind it? All right, are you straddling between this world and what it really says in the scriptures? Do you even know what it says in the scriptures? All right, do you feel a pull to read what's in here? Do you feel a pull to understand the truth? Or are you just out here? All right, living your best life. All right, because you can't do both. You cannot be a part of this world and with the Lord. Let me find this scripture really quick. Hold on a second. Okay. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. What does that mean, love not the world? Now people can say, well, I don't love the world. I just being myself, living the best way I can in it. All right, but what is loving the world? All right, better question is, what is loving the Lord? All right, let's find that out really quick. Second John 1:6, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. Man, and that's dope how it said, telling you, these scriptures keep opening up. All right, as ye have heard from the beginning. Who's the beginning for us? See, Yahushua, man. Let me find this really quick. It said, you heard it from the beginning. Yes, in the beginning, we heard it. And yes, from Yahushua, we heard it. All right, hold on. Let me get here. That scripture right there, it just opened up to me. All right, this is Matthew. I'll start at 35 and read through 37. Matthew 22:35, it says, then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Man, we heard that from the beginning. All right. Matthew 22:38. This is the first and great commandment. Okay. Man. All right. So let's go back here. Again, 2 John 1:6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. So this gives us our answer to what is loving the world. Right? Loving the world is walking after its commandments. All right, and doing it from the beginning until the end of it. Doing it from the beginning to the climax, which is going to be receiving this thing, man. The culmination, receiving your badge of servitude. All right, and walking in the ways of this world has nothing to do with walking in the ways of the Lord. All right, nothing. As it said here in 2 John 1:6. Okay, hold on. Man. All right, so back in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. This is how the wicked, all right, Esau, Edom, is able to causeth all, right? Because the earth is given into his hand, and the spirit of this world is like a web to everyone, man, except for the elect and the remnant. Okay, so let's go back to Revelation 13:16. All right, so again, and he, all right, the wicked, all right, the Antichrist, the one that is against the Messiah, anti-Messiah, all right, causeth all. Okay, because of his power, he can causeth all. Now let's get this word really quick. In Greek for causeth, it goes back to poieo, but I want to go down here and read this definition. So here's the word for causeth.
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
All right, it says to make ready, and so at the same time to institute. Yes, these people, hey, they have the earth in their hand. Caused the problem, All right. Get a reaction. Present your solution. It's the oldest trick in the book. All right, for these people, but their ways are getting tired. The Spirit of the Lord has landed on his men to catch on to this thing and to wake up from it. We don't get caught by this anymore. Okay, what we are caught by is the Spirit, and it tells us what to do. We don't just get caught by it and lay around dead and do nothing, right? We don't just lay here floating around getting blown in the wind, right? It causes us, it animates us to do the things that the Lord told us to do, which is give warnings. How else are we going to learn? All right? And grow and be able to teach, all right? So that next one can grow, all right? So that we bear fruit and that one that we teach grows, so on and so forth, all right? That's what the bearing fruit is. All right, let's go back here now. So, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, how does he cause them to receive? He makes it mandatory so that you cannot buy or sell. How else do you receive shelter, food, clothing, right? And all the other things that come after that, all right? How do you receive those top three things? Shelter, food, clothing, all right? Through buying and selling. And if you think it's going to be as simple as just hiding from this man, he's putting in systems where you're not going to be able to hide, man. You're not going to be able to hide, all right? From this man, nor from the Lord. Now, you will be able to be hidden and protected from this man if you have the Lord with you. All right, if you are a part of the remnant and the elect, the Lord will protect you. Okay, not that some of us, remnant and the elect, aren't going to be martyred for this. All right, and what I mean by that is because of telling the truth. All right, some of us are going to get beheaded. It tells you that, and it's not a hard thing to believe. Now, your family will get upset with you for talking about this thing. All right, they'll think you're trying to force something on them or tell you. I don't really know the mentality of what they think and why they think about this truth and turn from it. I know that the Lord is doing it. All right, but just imagine how upset they get for mentioning the ways of the Lord. They have the spirit of this world on them so much that they get upset about you telling them the ways of life. It's not because they go and look up something and can refute it, because they can't. All right, so what is it? It's that the spirit of this place is on them. That's what it boils down to. Now, you can take that feeling that your family gets, all right, which some of them are going to deliver us up to be killed, man. All right, but take that and multiply it. What you think the powers that be are going to do to you, okay? Are going to want to do to you, okay? So, the technology that is within this prophecy is already here in the earth, all right? But the technology itself is not sin, all right? It is the receiving of this technology literally within your body that is sin, okay? It says, causeth, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That is where the problem is. Okay, and what this mark is the micro CHIP, or the RFID CHIP. A couple of examples of this is Walletmore, WALLETMOR, that's one word. All right, the second example is Neuralink, or Elon Musk's brain technology. Hey, a third example is Neurotech. Go look at that company. All right, go look at the technology that they're working with. All right, look up Neuralink's blind sight. All right, go look at these things. All right, that's a program within Neuralink. Okay, go look these things up and compare the technology to these scriptures. Filter them through these scriptures. Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. All right, pay attention to where this world is going. Everyone. All right, all these countries disagreeing with each other, they agree on where things are headed. All right, they agree on where things are headed in the future. All right, go look up what the fourth industrial revolution is, or 4IR. Okay? There's so many things down here pointing to prophecy because prophecy made these things. All right, prophecy brought on all these things. Okay? They are going the way of prophecy, just like you are, just like I am, just like everything is. We are all going in the ways that the Lord planned this to go. Okay? And it's all going this way for a reason. You can get upset with the plan all you want. It's not going to change anything. All right? You have to conform to the ways of the Lord, not the other way around. All right? This world has you thinking different. This world thinks that you can give your opinion on what the Lord should be, and that he is going to turn and be the way you want it to be, or that things are going to happen to fit what you think should happen. That's not how this works. Our opinions, our feelings on the matter, they don't play a part in any of this, man. All right, use the Lord as your backdrop, and then you will see the truth. Don't use your opinion. Don't use your loved ones' opinions. All right, go and see what the Lord told us. All right, these things have been happening over and over again, and it needs to be that way. People still can't get it after thousands and thousands of years. Okay? People still can't get it. The Lord has been telling people ad nauseum. There are a lot of insincere people out here. All right, in their way, this world's way, these other nations' way, any way outside of the right way. There's only one right way. All right, there's an end coming to those ways, man. All right, there's an end coming. So let me read this over just to make sure we got everything right. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Oh yeah, we gave examples. All right, we gave Walletmore, we gave Neuralink, we gave Neurotech. Don't focus so much, I didn't say don't focus at all, but don't focus so much on these names. They can change the names surrounding this technology. They can change the names surrounding this mark of the beast. All right, but you can take note of them. Okay, before this president got in office, we had an eye on, well, the Lord has an eye on everything, but we talked about Elon, right? Neuralink, okay? We talked about Walletmore. All right, the Lord put, especially Elon, put him on the forefront on the world stage for a reason. Okay, we heard about him speak about blockchain. That's not a fluke reason, that the reason why he brought that up. All right, and it's not going to be for nothing that the people demand that this thing be used as a tool against misspending. Okay, against finding out where the money is going through the government. But what the people don't realize is it's also going to be used as a tool against them. Okay? Go look up blockchain. What's so special about blockchain? Why did he mention blockchain? right? Because it tracks every single transaction, everything. And then we just talk about, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. All right. So I was going to go into a little bit more of just an example of, free and bond. We'll just go with the people here. We know how this prison system works over here. All right, we know that it's overcrowded. All right. Now, what would a lot of those prisoners do? Granted, we know the conditions of some of these prisons. All right, so what are these people going to do that are locked in there when they get made to take a C-hip as a tracking device? Get a little bit more, get some time chopped off of your sentence. All right, what if they start implementing that in court cases? All right, take a plea in this mark, and you know what I mean? And that's even before it's made mandatory. What if they start implementing it in like that? All right, you already see that we are almost all the way into a digital age. How often do we use cash? All right, everything is numbers on the screen now. Okay? Especially with your kids. If you think that their way isn't being pushed into the earth, ask your kids certain questions. Okay? Ask them about the future, where they think it's going. Do they think it's going to be all digital? Can they see a C-hip? All right? You older ones, you older people out there are stuck at seeing the world in your way. All right? The Lord tells you, if you come into this as children. Babes, ready to learn. Okay? Eager to learn at that. A lot of y'all so stuck, you won't even read the scriptures, man. You'd rather have a storyteller, a soothsayer. Y'all keep going to these churches, seeing how they are. Y'all stuck, man. And you think you're going to find your own way. Is really the way that you living, is that an ideal life? I don't care how comfortable you are. Yes, it could be worse. Yes, it could be better. Is that really the best you want? I'm speaking to you Israelites out there. And we waiting for this kingdom, man. We're waiting on the Lord. All right, we are actually the ones that love the Lord. You can tell by our actions, our walk, our conversation. Okay? We take heed to these things. We talk to people even though they get upset. About us telling them about life. This is the way to life. The way you going is leading to death. And it's all around you. All right, but you would rather make up an excuse to stay there, or to stay here. All right? If only y'all really have faith, right, to see what was coming. All right, because faith is a gift, and if you really had it, you would take heed. That's period, point blank. That is period, point blank. You can take this world's definition of faith, or you can take your own definition as faith. But we telling you what faith is. All right? All right, Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Let's get NLT. Oops, hold on. I want to see that in a different translation really quick. NLT, Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. All right, NIV. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. It's the same thing as King James. Let me see what the AMP is. The AMP says, trust and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. I mean, it's simple, man, and it's comforting. We don't have to worry about figuring out things on our own. The Lord guides us. Let me read Proverbs 3 and 6 in the AMP. It says, in all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize him, and he will make your paths straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. Verse 7, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord with reverent awe and obedience, and turn entirely away from evil. Man. It's simple, man. Y'all not going to listen. I wanted to bring up, but 2/3 aren't going to listen. These nations outside of the Lord definitely ain't going to listen, but 2/3, man. The Lord loves you and you steadily smacking away his hand. Let's see. Okay, I did want to talk about one thing really quick, just to touch on this really quick. All right, I want to see what is the meaning of prophecy. Oops.
Prophecy.
It says a prediction. It says the faculty, function, or practice of prophesying. What is prophesying? Hold on.
Prophesy.
All right, prophesy. It says, say that a special thing will happen in the future. Will happen. Similar words are predict, foretell, forecast, foresee, forewarn of. All right, let's see. What is the biblical meaning of... let me go down here. What is the act of prophesying? It says prophesied, prophesying, to foretell or predict. Okay. It says to declare or foretell by or as if by divine inspiration. It says to indicate beforehand. All right. So there's nothing like these scriptures. All right. Out of all these things you go to, whether it be yourself, whatever, the universe, these books, these other books, what prophecies have come true? And I'm not talking about no lucky guesses. I'm talking about actually prophecies. All right, now what prophecies has come true with the scriptures? All right, if you don't know because you don't understand, that's a different story. All right, then look for that. Go look for that understanding. But the scriptures are undefeated, man. All right, and they will remain undefeated. All right, so the spirit of, the Holy Spirit is the spirit of prophecy. Let's go back here. Hold on a a second. All right, I'm going to start here at Revelation 19 and 9. It says, "And he saith unto me, Write, Blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb." And the marriage is the bringing it together. Okay, and the Lamb is the Savior, Yahweh Shai. All right, again it says, "And he saith unto me, Write, Blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai." Revelation 19 and 10, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy." All right, so what are these other so-called knowledgeable books or whatever? What are they telling you about prophecy? All right. Did you know what the mark of the beast was? All right. Man. Let's get one more thing. The Holy Spirit is also the spirit of truth. This is John 14. We'll probably end it on this. We'll start here at 15. John 14 and 15. "If ye love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you." All right. So this is also the spirit of truth. It is the spirit of prophecy, the spirit of truth, and the spirit of promise. All right. So, do not take this charagma. All right. As a matter of fact, let's go back here and talk about that badge really quick. All right. So back to Revelation 13. Hold on a minute. Back to Revelation 13 and 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right, let's go get this word for mark. In the context of Revelation 13 and 16, because mark can also be a name, right? Mark can also be a target that you're aiming for. All right, whether it be with an arrow or bow, or a target that you're aiming for. Like if you're working out, your target goal is to, you know what I mean? You set a mark. In this context, it means something different, all right? So this is the word mark in the context of Revelation 13 and verse 16.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right, charagma. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark. Now listen to this. It says, "Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the it says here Antichrist. but the ones that are against the Messiah, against, and that other word goes to mean, well, we know it as the anointed, the Messiah, okay? Strong's definition of charagma, it says a scratch or etching, i.e. stamp, as a badge of servitude. All right, this is what we spoke of earlier. All right, a culmination of you staying in the ways of the world, not turning. Okay? You didn't listen to that voice behind you telling you to walk this way. All right, let me find that really quick. This is Isaiah chapter 30. I'm going to start here at 20. It says, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. Okay? So, if you hear that voice, man, turn. All right? Seek the Lord while he may be found. We'll go there really quick. I thought I was going to end it, but Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Verse 7, it says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. All right, it said return. You can't return to something you were never part of. All right, this is for Israelites. As a matter of fact, on this side, before the destruction, it is only for the elect of Israel. All right, are you a part of that? Or are you about to be destroyed, man? Are you about to be melted? All right, when everyone else is receiving this salvation, and your kids who have learned by your ways are looking at you, asking why aren't we being, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to tell them? That you just didn't feel like you needed to look into something? What are you going to tell your sisters and your brothers when they look at you and ask, we look to you for guidance, but you kept telling us about this prosperity doctrine. You kept telling us to go to church. You told us that Jesus was the way. What happened? What are you going to tell them? All right, not that they are going to be able to blame someone else for what happens to them, all right, because they should have went and go look themselves. They heard about the truth, whether it was because of you putting it down, you know, scoffing at it, all right, even you scoffing at it was them hearing about it. They should have went and go looked at this thing, man. All right, but the blind leading the blind, and both will fall into a ditch. Okay? I think that was it. But I know that wasn't it because I had something else. But it went away. But do not take this charagma. All right? Don't take this micro C-hip. Don't take the RFID C-hip. All right? Don't take this mark of the beast or MOTB. All right? Nothing good is going to come of this. All right? If for anything else, it is because the Lord told you. All right? If you don't like, you have to quit paying attention to the messenger. All right, and listen to the message. All right, pray that the Lord shows you the way, man. Okay, we do these things because the Lord told us to. Okay, and if you actually listen to the message and paid attention to a man's walk, listen to the doctrine, all right, you will be able to tell by our works in whose name we come in. Okay? So, anyway, with that, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to our elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone. All right, BKA GMS, aka Prophets of Doom. All right, this is where I have learned this truth, and this is where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.